All right, what up, everybody? Welcome to race number 2 on the season. Despite my body's best efforts, yeah, I've been battling the office bug going around this week, but finally here, finally ready to race this race at Las Vegas, and hopefully we can build on the second place run from Daytona in the first video of the season. So, got a little bit of work to do though. Starting 17th today. Well, I guess I'm starting 16th. Somebody dropped it back. I wasn't paying attention who, but. Yeah, this car has not been super great. I feel like it's going to be better than what it qualified at, though. I was able to run kind of low 31s in practice, and that was about where I qualified at as well. But then you got guys like Austin Cindric over there that freaking crushed. I think they had like I think he had like a full second on me in the qualifying lap, so. Yeah, gotta just make it through the stage 1 here, I guess, and we'll see how it goes from there. Trying to show who's the better Brant driver there, but yeah, this track was a pretty good one for me when I was in the truck series in season 2. Vegas was the second race there as well, and when I went into that race, I was just kind of hoping for a top 15, and ended up walking away with top 3 that day. So I was pretty pumped up about that. And then we came back during the playoffs, and I ended up getting another top 10 there. I think came in 7th that day. So not expecting to win today again, just because of seeing some of the practice times and qualifying times. Well, qualifying times and practice speeds, because Cindric absolutely blew past me a few times too when we were in practice. But yeah, it's just kind of a good track for me, so we'll see how it goes. We're already up to 12, so that's something. Ultimately, if I can get some stage points on this stage, I'll feel pretty good about that. They're playing little bumper cars up in front of us, it looked like, there for a second. But yeah, I've tried to loosen up the car a little bit, just find a little bit more speed, but so far that hasn't worked out too great. But I'm also stuck in traffic, so I haven't had to deal with that too much in practice. But we're trying to creep into this top 10 here a little bit. Vegas is a pretty good track for me, I think, mostly because don't have to brake too much. A lot of it's just getting out of the throttle real quick, getting back into it pretty quick. I tend to use the white lines on the track, so you'll see this set right here is kind of where I lift. Try not to take out the 21. I went up the track a little bit more than I intended to, but usually by the next set of white lines on the track, I'm already back in the throttle. It'll be kind of the same deal here. I'm getting out a little bit earlier because I'm up higher on the track, but yeah, once you get that, you can kind of hold it wide open and hope for the best. I'm actually trying to pass some people outside, which is a little unusual for me. Ooh, thought that 9 and I were going to collide there for a second. I came down a lot more than I expected, and I think he came up a little bit more than I expected. Of course, I go back and watch that on replay. He'll probably ran the line that he should have ran, and I just botched it, but alright, sitting 14th right now with 3 to go right now, so see if we can make some moves here. Had to tap the brakes there because I thought I was going to bump into the guy in front of me. I just happened to finally look down and realize that the 8 took a lead at one point there, so I'm honestly surprised Cindric's not up leading it. Yeah, I think right now, because we're not going to have to pit until the stage break and stuff, but kind of want to loosen my car a little bit more. See if I can help that out there a little bit. Oh boy. I go 3 wide here first. Try to pull a little bit of a slingshot there. But we're on the last lap, so yeah, I'm going to try to loosen my car up just a touch when we get to the pits here. Looks like we're going to miss out on the stage point, which kind of sucks, but yeah, we still made up 5 spots on stage 1, so I can't be too mad. And apparently I made up a 6 because just randomly got 11th. Looks like somebody's blowing up here. That's the 1. So can I get a stage point here? We did. Had to take out the pasta man there for a split second, but I got a little bit crazy. I didn't expect to get a stage point, and all of a sudden we did. But yeah, let's loosen it up, and let's see how this goes for stage number 2. Alright, well, stage 2, we lost the spot on the pit road with all the adjustments and stuff, so is what it is. I feel a little bit better about it, though. And we got Cindric back up to the lead right now as we go into stage 2, but yeah, this is going to be another little 10-lap, stage, and hopefully we can kind of keep that top 10, area, get some more stage points, and then see how it plays out for stage 3 at the end. But looks like I gotta take out the other Brant car again over there. I'm trying to stay a little bit lower on the track this time and see how that works out. Yeah, that ran a lot better. So at least for this first lap, I feel pretty good about the changes, but well, second lap I guess now, but that 19 car took the lead now. Still interested to see exactly what happened there at the end of stage 1, because we were going to be sitting there 12th, and all of a sudden we got a top 10 out of that, so I guess you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, but still, that was kind of weird. But yeah, biggest thing right now is still feel pretty good about my car. I've got some speed going again. Feel much better about my odds of getting a top 10, because that was kind of the personal goal going into this, was, after the 3rd and 7th that I talked about in Vegas beforehand, maybe I can keep that going in the Xfinity Series. The one thing I'm worried about is if I get up high with my setup right now, I wouldn't be shocked if I ended up having it snap on me, and that's one of my biggest concerns with this track, because I think I almost did that in trucks previously. At least I think it was Vegas. But we got about half the stage down, so far so good. It's kind of wild seeing a green car kind of behind me. I know the whole car is not green, but remember for a long time green was like considered the unlucky color in racing and stuff, and you rarely saw anything on green on the car. Basically Bobby Bonnie in the 18 and Ron Hornaday in the 14 when I was growing up was about the only green cars I remember right off the top of my head. I thought I was going to become a freaking lawn dart right there for a second. Ended up too low on the track. We've actually been holding up pretty well right now. We got this like kind of weird little space between the top 7, and then we got the other cars that are kind of they slowly get there, but then they can't quite make a move yet. So as long as I don't make a mistake, I feel much better about getting the top 10 this stage. I do think making the call to go a little bit looser is a good decision. I got a little squirrely right there. I made the mistake and I almost paid for it. Yeah, my one concern is for stage 3, it's going to be a little bit more laps. This feels good for like the 10 lap stages, but if we're going to have to do 20 laps or so, I know we'll have a pit stop in the middle of it. I might have to slightly tighten it back up. Probably not to the same extent as what I did at the very start, but gotta go in between that and see how it does. And also I gotta quit hitting that damn apron. It skims off some time. Alright, we're gonna have anything weird happen this end of the stage. And my tires are trash right now. Alright, no shenanigans, so another top 10 on that stage, so that was solid enough. Feel pretty good. Got 2 top 10 stage runs, so no matter what happens here with Brandon Jones getting the stage win, by the way. Yeah, I feel pretty good. 29 laps. Yeah, there's definitely at least one pit stop to go, so yeah, let's get to pit road, make some adjustments, and see how it goes for stage 3, or the final stage here. Alright, well, the pit crew did me a solid. I got +2 on pit road as we go into this last stage here, so let's see how we do here. 26 laps to go. There should be just one more pit stop unless there's like a caution or something kind of early. So, or I guess technically one late too, but trying to get a little bit low now. Haven't led yet today. Don't think I'm going to get there right now, but if I can get one, you know, this next lap, that'd be a pretty good feeling. Back in the throttle a little bit early. Yeah, I'm not going to get there. That 22 is pretty good. It is interesting to see how many cars are going high right now, though. I don't think I can make my car work up there too well. And damn Watermelon man. He always keeps finding his way back to me in these these races on this series. Just want him to leave me alone. Just because we're both Floridians doesn't mean we have to be right next to each other on the track. But yeah, I tightened up my car a little bit. The one issue I have right now is I constantly keep going a little bit too low into the turns. So I push back up the racetrack as I'm exiting the turn and I get passed underneath. That's where I get concerned about the possibility of getting stuck up high if they don't quite clear their pass. But let's see if I can run a little bit higher going into it, be consistent with that, and then that should set up a solid run to the end. Assuming I don't botch the pit road entrance either. I absolutely botched that the first time I tried it in practice, even though I've raced here before. I always forget that it's like wait until the Pennzoil sign on the track, and I always either go like super early or I go so late that I'm trying to brake and I just spin out. So yeah, let's see if I make that mistake 4th or 5th time in this overall career mode series. But Yeah, well, we're here at the final stage. I am recording this on a Saturday. I was hoping to do it earlier, but obviously that office bug kind of decided to tell me now. And yeah, getting ready for the Coke 600 and the Indy 500. Well, damn. We'll pick that back up after pit stops, but definitely gonna have to pit, and that's not enough to get to the end of the stage on just that final stop. So still gonna do 2 cans, still gonna do 4 tires. Felt pretty okay with the car right then. I'm gonna let it ride, and yeah, we'll go from there and see how it goes. Okay, well, apparently I'm the only dumbass that pitted, so we're just gonna say we are gambling in here in Vegas and be off cycle from everybody. But yeah, with the 500 and the 600, 500 I'm also obviously interested in see how Larson does his second attempt at it. He did pretty well last year, and then, you know, had the mistake at the end, so I'm hoping weather holds up and he can get his full run in. It'd be nice to see him get like at least a top 10 this time and actually complete all 1,100 miles on the day, but I don't think he'll win necessarily. Yeah, and then the Coke 600, you know, obviously I'm hoping Bubba does all right. He did top 10 in practice. I think it was like 7th place, but man, qualifying effort was not too great. I think he's starting like 32nd or 33rd, which luckily, if it's going to be any race on the schedule that qualifying really doesn't super matter, it's going to be at 600, but I think they said the stats something like there's been 9 consecutive or 9 unique drivers, as I try not to wreck the 66 there. My bad, bruh. So hopefully he can be another unique driver there. I think my dark horse pick's going to be Hocevar. It just seems like this Coke 600 always, well, not always, but a lot of times will bring out some random ass winners or at least really good finishes. He's had a ton of speed this season, so why not? At the very least, I'm going to pick him in my fantasy lineup this week, and hopefully he has a good run. Which means I probably jinxed him all to hell and ignore everything I just said right there. Alright, we got 20. Alright then, well, that sucks. Alright, we're definitely going to have enough fuel to get to the end. Let's see. Oh shit, maybe not. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna definitely full can because there's 15 to go. There should be less than that by the time we get going, so I think this will be the last stop. I won't make any more adjustments. I still feel pretty good about how the car is doing. We're starting 19th on this restart.
Coming to the green, driver. Ready. Green is out.
Alright, so we have...
All the way to the wall.
Alright, 11 laps to go. My estimated fuel is 13, so yeah, we have enough fuel to get there. My main concern is just zapping my tires, but I think with the setup that I have right now, I'm going to be okay on that.
Still there.
36 randomly up front. How about, I don't know. Can't speak. How you doing there?
Still there.
But
Clear high, bud.
yeah, good thing is if I can keep at least the top 20 that meets the contract goals, that's solid. But let's see what we can do here. Got 10 to go. I'm 8 spots away from reaching the personal goal I had.
Careful, still there. Clear high.
Don't think you're gonna see a win today though.
Stay on the bottom here. Clear high, bud.
Yeah, let me know in the comments how you think Larson's gonna do in the Indy 500 or your Coke 600 picks if you see it early enough. And if you get to watch the race or watch this video after the races, let me know what you think of the races. Maybe talk about it in the next video. So hopefully, I'm hoping to film the next one on Monday, the day after the races. Though, trying to shoot for a midweek finish. Not going to guarantee it because it's going to be a little bit of a crazy week, but that's what I'm aiming for at least, and then get some more shorts up on the channel. Been playing a lot more Madden recently too. Might do something with that. Finally snapped a freaking losing skid. I had a really good winning streak and then went right back down toward 500 on this new season, so. Did have that one game where the guy kept trying to, do trick plays and stuff with the Browns, and I think I made that a short in a TikTok. But that was one of the wildest 2 minutes of a half I've ever had in my life. So I'm happy to get the win there. But yeah, we're coming to the end here. Trying to be good on tires so that way I have a little bit something at the end, but we're sitting here in 14th. 6 to go. See if we can make something happen here. 8 cars still up front, but holy crap, look at that battle for the lead up front. Looks like about a 3 wide going on. I saw the 22 in there. I think my teammate in the 19's up there too. Yeah, it was, because he just took the lead. Yeah, right now the focus is just get a good finish here. I don't have any pressure right now going on behind me, so really it's just a focus on trying to get around a couple cars and hopefully we have a good finish here. I got front row Joe in front of me. Just realized that. I'm gonna at least beat front row Joe.
Careful, still there.
Alright, finally getting around him. Should have him here in the corner. Alright, there we go. So, alright, so we're in Lucky 13 Vegas right now. 3 laps to go. 19 still up front. I just absolutely botched that corner and gonna throw a block that probably would have got my ass ran over in real life, but whatever. Welcome to video games.
Inside. All right, you're clear.
Yeah, I think the 19's checking out, so looks like the 19, as long as there's no randomness at the end here, they should end up getting a win. We only got about a lap and a half left. I don't know if I have anything to get up higher than this, so I think I'm gonna come up just short on my personal goal of 10th, but for contract goal, we're in pretty good spot. And the white flag is out now, so
White flag, next time by.
still pulling 31 threes though. So that's not too bad. I think what cost me was that one pit decision where I ended up dropping about 20 spots and had to come back up, but yeah, it is what it is. We'll get it next time. But yeah, coming to the checker flag, the 19 is your winner today. We're gonna get 13th, so yeah, I feel pretty good with that. Like, it could have been a lot worse. Kind of crazy, didn't have to do a green flag pit stop though, so all that worrying was for nothing. All right, well, hope y'all enjoyed today. Pretty good run overall. We're still second in points, so I'm not too mad. Yeah, shout out again to the 19, first one of the Joe Gibbs cars to get the win on the season. So up next, as you can see, is Auto Club Speedway. RIP and peace to that track. But yeah, hopefully I can film that on Monday again and get it out midweek, but no promises there. But I will keep y'all up to date on the YouTube community page and probably on the socials as well too. So yeah, feel free to check out wherever you can follow me outside of YouTube on the description, and please leave a like and comment, and subscribe if you enjoy it, and I will catch y'all next time.